All right, good morning. We are the Committee on Parole, and we are now at Plaquemines Parish Detention Center. Today is November 12th, 2025. My name is Cheryl Renatza, serving as chair of today's parole panel. I have Mrs. Carolyn Stapleton seated to my right, and on Zoom, we have committee member Mrs. Jerry Ledoux participating. And we have Mr. Legnon. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you, sir, introduce yourself? Do tell us your name and DOC number, please.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Legnon. My DOC number is 614622.
Right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Legnon, I'm going to read some identifying information, and then I need you just to tell me if it's correct or not. I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Stapleton because your case was assigned to her.
Yes, ma'am.
You are classified, Mr. Legnon, as second felon offender. You're currently serving a 7-year sentence for aggravated battery. You were sentenced in Terrebonne Parish. Your parole eligibility date was December 8th, 2025, and you have a good time date, which is June 10th of 2027. Is that information correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Would you answer? Let me just acknowledge you have your girlfriend, Miss Ford, is on the line with us. And she's asked to speak, and we'll call on her shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer Mrs. Stapleton's questions.
Okay, good morning. Can you tell us what you did and why you think you should be getting out early?
My charge was attempted second-degree murder, and I've learned my lesson about my charge. I admit to my crime, and I need to go home and get back to work so I can take care of my kids. I have 3 children at home. Since I've been incarcerated, I've changed a lot. I learned about my mistake. I learned myself and how to deal and manage with my emotions. I actually completed Mr. Artemis McFarland's substance abuse program. I have my certificate right here. It was a year of intensive program. I'm actually in anger management at the moment, and I also will be starting college in January. And whenever I'm pursuing a business degree, and whenever I go home, I plan to continue pursuing my business degree so I can start and run my own business when I go home.
Well, it sounds like you're accomplishing a lot of good things in your life while you're in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, that's really good that you're taking advantage of all of those things.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
the police report, as I do it, you want me to let the girlfriend talk first?
It's up to you.
Okay. While we're on this subject, I don't know how your victim's doing, okay? Because
Yes,
what I
ma'am.
read was you ran over the victim deliberately.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what kind of injuries your victim suffered?
No, ma'am.
Were you required to pay any kind of restitution for medical expenses or anything?
No, ma'am.
Because you ran over him, I guarantee you there were some. So there's consequences that he's suffering that, and I don't know what he was doing with his life whenever you ran over him.
Yes,
And the way
ma'am.
I read it was the witnesses said that you sped up and ran over him. It was
Yes,
deliberate.
ma'am.
Yeah. So, and it was a jealousy issue. So you're taking anger management.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And substance abuse.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, I see where there was some Suboxone in your wallet.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you trying to get off drugs at that time?
Honestly, ma'am, at that time, I was dealing with some hardship in my life, and I was going towards drugs to cope with it. And me being under the influence is one of the reasons why I lost control of my emotions and did what I did. But since I've been in Mr. Artemis's class, I learned a lot of things that I wasn't aware of then that I'm aware of now, especially when it comes to, the disease of addiction and, how it can affect us and the steps we have to take to be able to overcome that and change. And since I've been incarcerated, I've been sober. I've stayed on my medication, and I plan on doing the same thing whenever I go home. And during my incarceration, I've actually learned myself, got to know myself a lot better, and I've learned to manage my emotions a lot better because you deal with a lot of different personalities and people in prison. And I figure if I could do 5 years in here and not get into it with nobody and get in any trouble, I think I'll do just fine when I go home.
Well, it sounds really good, everything that you've got to say, and it sounds very positive about your outlook also in life because you are progressing and moving forward. Has anybody introduced to you like something like the accountability letter that you can write to your victim? Now they have to choose whether or not they want to get it, things like that, because you can't have any contact with your victim, but DOC offers that. Have you
I,
thought about, that's a victim awareness
I ha
program.
I haven't got a chance to get into the class, and nobody's spoken to me about it since I've been here.
Well, why don't
But
you ask about victim awareness while you're there?
I have, but the way they set things up here, you have to be a certain amount of time short to get in the classes. And I've tried, I've wrote and asked and asked and asked and asked, and I've just taken whatever they given me. But I've been here 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I've taken everything they can give me, ma'am. I can only, do what they allow me to do.
But you're telling the truth there. That's exactly right. What about so your reentry programs and your pre-release? Has there been any conversation about that?
Yes, I've talked with them, and they don't have any openings for the class right now. They just put me in anger management whenever I told them I had my parole hearing. I showed my caseworker the paper. I said, "Hey, I got a parole hearing on the 12th." And she's like, the next day, she's like, "All right, well, come to class today."
Huh. Okay. Um, so you tell me, without anger management, what do you think? I mean, I saw where the officer said that the man was screaming that it looked like his leg was broken. What do you think suffered as a consequence of your behavior?
Honestly, ma'am, I think that's up to God. But I mean, I've served my time for my crime, and I mean, I really do need anger management, though, to be honest with you. I do need it. And
Yeah.
I would like to finish it, whether it's in here or when I go home. I do honestly need anger management.
Okay. Well, I think you're doing good right where you're at, and I think you're on a right path to be able to move forward with your life. Um, let's see. So I don't have any further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Ledoux, any questions?
I don't have any questions at this time. Thank you.
You mentioned, Mr. Legnon, you're taking your meds.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that mental health meds?
Yes, ma'am. I take Prozac.
And is that just something since you've been in jail, or is that something
I was
before?
actually I was actually supposed to be taking it before I came to jail, and I wasn't.
Right? Why not? Because you were self-medicating?
Because I was choosing not to take it, ma'am. I was making bad decisions not to take my medication. And honestly, if I'd have been sober and been taking my medicine, I wouldn't be in here right now to this day, man.
Right? You realize that now.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you know the victim? Do you know his name?
I think his name was Curtis. I mean, he was intimately involved with the mother of my child.
Right. So what set you off? Did you see any?
Jealousy. I was in a relationship with her at the time, and she was cheating on me.
All right. So whenever you get out of jail, what's your transition plan? I mean, you talked about wanting to finish your, business degree, and you mentioned your own business. What type of business would that be?
Well, actually, my girlfriend, she started a trucking business, and whenever I go home, she wants me to take over and run it for her. Me and her are gonna work together on that. And we plan on settling down and getting married.
How long you been in jail?
5 years and 2 months.
All right, I don't have any other questions. I think we're ready to vote. Mrs. Stapleton?
Okay, at this time, I'm not going to, I'm going to deny your parole because, you were originally charged with attempted second degree murder. It could have easily been that. So it was very serious what you did. You deliberately ran over this man. And also there's law enforcement opposition. And you do need to finish up the classes, like you said, your anger management class and substance abuse class. You need to be able to finish up their classes.
Mrs. Ledoux?
I'm going to concur with my colleague. Did I read on here that you have an out-of-state detainer?
Yes, ma'am.
And where is that and what's that for?
Mississippi for possession of Schedule 2.
Okay. So my vote is to deny today. I believe that you need to continue the path you're on, but you're not ready for release yet. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Legnon, I really liked hearing what you had to say. Sounds like you set some goals and you're excited about your education, and so I'm really proud that you're working hard at it. My vote's going to be to deny your parole for the same reasons, because I think you're at a place where you can get some really good programs to help you be successful. And I notice you only have 90 days of good time credit. So as you complete these programs, you'll get the credit and your date will move up.
Yeah, if with all my good time, I'll get released in September next year.
Right. So let me just hear from your girlfriend, Miss Ford, before we close out. Miss Ford, what would you like to say to us?
But I actually feel like, Steven changed. When I had first met him, he was kind of like manic, and then we stopped talking for a while, and then when we, reconnected, I did notice like, a huge change and whatnot. And then he started opening up about like childhood, so I kind of see like where, everything comes into play with him. But like he mentioned, I actually have two businesses, and I just started my trucking business, Bayou State Logistics, and I pretty much had plans for him like whenever he got out. So yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, thanks
Yes.
for your support of him, and thanks for speaking to us this morning. But he's got the good plan. He's got to work it. So good luck to both of you. That concludes our business in Plaquemines. We're going to sign off. It's 10:08.